Today we're discussing Noah Ark, right? The story has been mentioned in Bible, Genesis, and obviously the other monotheist religion like Islam, and is mentioned in Quran as well. They say the same bloodline and theories, Adam and Eve, and let's discuss the Noah flood. There was too much corruption in the world, and there's too much corruption today in the world. Too much corruption and evil, wickedness in the world, and the God warned Noah there will be a great flood coming in. In Arabic, it's called Noah, alayhi salam, or Noah. And you have to gather all the animals, and you gather your family first, and all the animal in the planet as a couple. There'll be rain 40 days, 40 nights, and put them in this sorry-looking, miserable boat, which is called Noah Ark, right? So put this into perspective, right? How is that possible, right? Now I have to show you some animals, like let's say giraffe. How big is giraffe? How big is a camel, right? It's big. There's a pair of camel. Elephant, they're too big. They're very aggressive as well. Bull elephant is very aggressive. It's not going to follow you to this ark, right? Rhinos, very aggressive, massive animals, right? The loads of animals you can pair to gather them. No, first you need to find them, right? Where these animals are. Where are you? It depends on your geolocation as well. So you have to find them and stuff them in this sorry-looking boat. Obviously, the animals poop as well. They have to eat food as well. I just mentioned the big animals. Is he talking about insects? There are too many insects, man. There are too many insects. You can't collect them, really. This is impossible. There will be if you collect all the insect species, there'll be like 4 feet of insects on the globe. You know, that's how big they are, and that's how the weight will be like. So you have to stuff all those animals in Noah Ark, by the way. So practically is not possible to define knowledge. There's some other comparison you can make. Let's see this. Let's see the U.S. Nimitz class, right? How this is, by the way, Nimitz class. The U.S. Navy, only few has been made with billions of dollars cost. A flying airport. This is run by the nuclear reactors, right? 3,500 people. They can live in this flying airport full of jets and everything. So U.S. has quite a few. Only USA have this in a mighty navy, right? So why? Can I ask a U.S. engineer? Why did you just? You could have found Noah, isn't it? He could have built this in a day. But anyway, so this is how big U.S. Navy aircraft is. Can you stuff all the animals in this flying fortress, right? I don't think so. But then again, let's go back. Let's discuss how old is the religion actually. Well, with the written history, we'll find like 5,000 to 10,000 years old, to be honest, of Egyptians, and then you go back and you find nothing, maximum 10,000. This is the oldest painting and found in Spain, 64,000 years old, right? So the humans were already there, right? They were evolving, and they were interested in arts. This is art, so it's 64,000 years old, right? So you're telling us that before all this period, 10,000 years, human never existed, and whatever religion told you, and you have to believe it, and it's honest, and it is created by some people. All these myths, the Bible was written by some people. There are 51 versions of Bibles, and there's not much difference between Bible and Quran either, because all these stories are mentioned in Quran as well. And they said that we have just we didn't brought anything different than previous faith. They're all monotheist faith. So this is the oldest. Put this into perspective: 64,000 years old. There's another picture of Turkey. That's the picture of a Turkish city, Göbekli Tepe, right? It's an old city, underground city that discovered it. Humans were already there. Like, this is going about bloody 10 to 20,000 years. This is way back old than Noah flood, right? And they were underground, and humans were already thriving, and there was some ancient civilization and technology which we never knew. So there's another picture. Just to put this into perspective. That's Stonehenge, by the way, in England, and this is very old, right? It's bloody old. We don't even know how old is that civilization, right? Who erected these stones, and this is just way back Noah flood and all these religious theories, right? The carbon dating and all that. We're still trying to figure out who erected these mega stones, right? We don't even know. That's the civilization in Malta discovered. They are very old. The ancient temples in Malta, maybe if you're going back, like, it's not an exaggerated claim, right? 25,000 years, 25,000 years old, maybe more, right? We don't have a clue. So the humans were already there against. They've been proved wrong by the icon. Another mystery, the Great Sphinx, right? We know the pyramids are quite old, but these things, they didn't have a clue how old is the Sphinx. Basically, it's going back to the bloody. This used to be an oasis, a Greenland, not a desert, right? So you're going back like 25, 30,000 years. They don't have a clue how old is the Sphinx, right? They know the pyramids will be 5 to 10,000 years estimates, but Sphinx, no one has a clue who put this, who made this. But these are the perspective you have to look. Well, let's go back to Noah. Scientifically, there's not enough water in this planet. By the time they're mentioning that 10,000 years ago there was a Noah flood and the water level reached to the highest mountain. There was not enough water. Science defy that again. Then we have certain species of animals. They live in Antarctica, like, such as penguin. Where did Noah get them? You know. Oh, well, did you travel to Antarctica by the time? It was impossible. Antarctica was discovered later on, right? It was miles away. Well, yeah, you go to point A to B on a horse. It takes months, you know, at that time, right? But then we have genetic bottleneck is the term used, which means, well, you have to start from scratch, right? You have to get the pair of animals such as horses and all that, and they have to breed. By the time the genetic diversity we see today, it doesn't match that argument, you know what I mean? So it's not possible that they should have they thrived so fast, and we see so many animals, species around us. And animals in the Amazon, we are still discovering animals in the Amazon, right? This is just Amazon. Forget about the other parts of the world. So it's a myth. I'm sorry to say that. You have to use your common sense and knowledge, right? There's no evidence that there was a global flood, probably a mini tsunami or something like that. With tsunamis, we do get them, but you can't fit them in this miserable, sorry-looking ark, right? All these animals with all their poops and feed, 40 days, 40 nights. So you please use your common sense before believing in any religious theory, and there's a paradise waiting. Well, these people are brainwashing young kids, they should know your common sense and use your IQ level, right? Brainwashing young kids, Taliban is using them as terms. There are 14 women awaiting a sexuality as an incentive. So you go straight to the paradise and you have sex with the 14 women, and you blow yourself in a mosque in the middle of market and go to paradise straight away. This is bullshit. This is our paradise. This planet is our paradise, man. We're built for this planet. We thrive here. There's no paradise. This is our planet. We have to look after the planet. All these countries, they're throwing rubbish outside and making our life hell, this is pollution and all this because of these bullshit theories they believe in, right? There's a paradise and they die and they go there, right? This earth is our paradise. So look after this planet and environment. Do not damage it. You greedy people, you know me. Come on, man, seriously, I don't believe in this bullshit. If you do, please let me know, really. How all these animals are fit in this miserable, sorry-looking arks, you know what I mean? We are living in a scientific age. So another myth debunks. So you just debunk all these myths and people use your common sense, man. Thank you. Bye.